I am so excited to finally bring to you the planner that I am going to be incorporating into my system. This notebook is actually replacing the current planner that I'm using. When I did an audit of the different systems and tools that I was using, I decided that it was time for a change. And so I received this notebook about a month ago, and I have been holding out before actually sharing it with you. But now that I finally unboxed it, I'm going to share with you the new notebook that I am going to be using throughout the next half of the year. And I am really excited. But before I do that, I'm going to share with you what I was currently using, and then I'll show you the star of the show, which is my new planner. Okay, so this is the notebook that I was using. This is an Erin Condren academic planner, and I was using this as my weekly planner / command system. So this is where I would do all of my weekly planning as well as some home planning, and I would just track more of the high level things that I needed to look at. And so I had them grouped by categories. It would be personal, home, kids, purpose and plans. I have a course here that I'm in, and then meals and any prep that I needed to do. And so this is how I would track everything as far as baseline things that I needed to have set up for the week. And so it worked out really good. I would highlight or put little boxes around priority things or time box things. And this planner did serve me well. However, once I started getting into the new year, as you can see, there's not as much going on here. Then February, I think it picked up just a little bit, not very much. And then in March, it picked up just a little. And then I definitely was not in it much because then I had some family stuff going on. And then we were in April. So basically, slowly started working my way out of it. And I did an audit and decided that this was no longer serving me. It was just the plastic. I got tired of the plastic. I got tired of the metal. I got tired of the layout worked really well. But I started to feel a little bit boxed in with the layout. For right now, I'm just feeling like I need larger space, as well as I need open space, more space to think and plan. I was starting to feel a little bit boxed in. There was nothing wrong with this, so I'm not putting this aside just because of quality or construction or anything. It just got to the point where I felt like it was just time for a change, and I just wasn't feeling the plastic and the spirals, the metal. And I love spiral notebooks, honestly. They're great. I love them, and these are constructed very well. The paper is nice. I would even use the back, just to give you an idea. I would use the back to write things like maybe some routines, things that I wanted to do throughout the season with the family, gifts, activities, things like that. I also even drew out my own recurring task list in the back, things that I need to do on an annual basis. So I really enjoyed being in this notebook. The project section I would use to just write down different home projects or things for my kids that I needed to keep up on when it came to their projects. So this was a really great planner. I really enjoyed being in this planner quite a bit, and so far so good. But it is time to say goodbye for now. I'm sure I will pick this planner back up again at some point. I don't like to waste my planner, so maybe I may end up redating this planner and using it at a later date. But for now, it is time to push this aside and save it for another time when I feel like this is suiting my personal needs, my aesthetic needs, and my planner needs. So here is what I'm going to be switching to. Here she is. For some of you, if you're not aware, this is a Paper Republic Grand Voyager in the A4 size. This is the rustic rose, and I just opened this up about 2 days ago. And I wanted to do an unboxing with you all, but I had some technical issues that happened. So here we are doing it now. So this is my first time using a modular planner system. So I'm really excited. I needed something larger. I needed something that gave me a little bit more open space for the way I wanted to plan. And I can say just right at the start, the leather is beautiful. The feel of it is beautiful. This is a rustic rose. I love the color. When I look at it, it has that brown undertone. It's not too pinky rosy, but it's not so brown. And I already have like a little gash in here. I think this is from my little Eiffel Tower charm. Anyway, I don't plan to baby this at all. And so I know it's going to get a few marks and things like that, but it is absolutely beautiful. And I can tell you that when I took it out, what is this? Goodness. Ooh, when I took it out of the box, yeah, I'm just looking at this. My charm is like beating up my planner. I think I'm going to probably take this off because I don't want it to get scratched up. I don't plan to baby it, but I don't want it to get scratched up so fast. But it's already put in like a bunch of little nicks in it. So we're gonna use that charm for something else. But when I took it out of the box, the leather smells so good and it feels really good and really soft. And I am very, very happy with it. The stitching is gorgeous and I love the feel. I really love the feel of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show you what I have here. So I bought the mid-year weekly planner because it's going to be replacing my academic master planner that I was using. So I went ahead and got this mid-year planner. It starts in June and the paper is really nice. I really love the paper. It gives you a yearly overview, a list calendar in a list format. And let's see, and then it just starts here in basically July, but the first week of July is overlapping with the last week of June. It has Monday through Friday and then the weekends are split. So I am totally okay with that. And I really liked how you get a blank page for each week. And this is where I will be able to do those brain dumps, whether it's a weekly brain dump or meal planning, things that I need to just quickly take notes of. It may be something that I just want to remember for that week. It could be something as simple as my vitamins or don't forget to go to the post office or something like that. But I really like having an open space, which is what I feel like my brain was really yearning for, was a bit more open space than what I was getting from the Erin Condren academic. And it's an academic planner, so it's not really designed to provide that open space. But again, this is what I was starting to feel like I needed: larger space and then open space. And so I like how there's the whole page dedicated to the week, and it's big enough where I can put just about whatever it is that I need to plan out for the week. And then anything here that I want to write down, notes, brain dump, reminders, meal plans, anything I want to track for my kids. This is a perfect setup, I think. I have not started using it, of course, as you can see. So once I get into it, I'll be able to know for sure if this is working out for me. But I am pretty pleased and I feel very excited and hopeful that this is going to be a really great planner for me to use going into the next half of the year. And then let's see, so it just gives you that weekly layout. Now, because the months, the year overview is in a list format, which I'm okay with. And by the way, I do like how they have the week numbers and then they also have the weeks separated by these darker gray lines. That is very helpful where you can really see those weeks broken out and easily see how many weeks are in each month. I generally don't use a monthly layout in a list format, but I am okay with that. I have this printout because I do like to see it this way too. So I'm going to, for now, my solution is I'm going to just use a monthly printout. and put my month on here, and then I will just slide that month right in here, and I will use that. And so then as I am doing the weekly planning, I can just have this here, write down anything that I need to write down, and then I can go ahead and then just tuck that right back in this section. So I think that's going to work out. If it doesn't work out, I will more than likely get a monthly insert, but for now, this is my solution. But I will more than likely use this as well, but I'm sure this is where the planning is going to be done. And then the next thing I did was I bought a lined insert as well. So this is going to be where I may need to do some thinking, some strategy thinking. If there's any brainstorming ideas, any other notes that I may need to write down, this is going to be that space for this. So this part of the planner is going to be replacing this term or Leuchtturm, not sure how you pronounce it, but Leuchtturm notebook. I've enjoyed this notebook. I've had this notebook for quite a while, and I am almost done in this notebook. I only have a few pages left. So this is all I have left, and I'm sure it'll get used. This notebook has served me well. It has taken me some time to fill it out because I've been in and out of this notebook. And while I do love it, and this was the notebook that I was using for strategy, brainstorming, thinking, I would write out vision, do some vision writing in here, goal writing in here as well. This is where I did my vision audit a couple of weeks ago, which I shared in the previous video. So this is where I would write those type of things down. And I've also been using this lately for some devotional writing because I did not have a devotional book or notebook as of right now. So this A4 line insert is going to replace the Leuchtturm, where I will be able to do that brainstorming, the writing, the vision writing, goal writing, anything that I'm thinking about that I would normally put in this notebook is now going to go in here. And this paper feels really good. And this is like a creamish color. It's not too bright. I really love this color. It's not too yellow. I don't like that yellowish, overly creamy yellowish paper. Bright white I'm okay with, but sometimes it can be a little bit hard on the eyes. This is a really great color, and I'm very pleased with it. And then this came with a notebook. This is a blank, just a blank insert. And I may use this for just doodling out. This is going to be my creative, just kind of space to breathe. Not really designed for planning or anything, but just a place for me to just be in my planner, write, doodle. I was thinking about doing some watercolors. I'm not a watercolorist at all, but I wanted to start. I think this paper may be too thin for that. I know that Paper Republic does have a watercolor type notebook, but I am just going to go ahead and have fun with this, honestly, I think. And I'm okay if it bleeds through. The intent is not to make it perfect. It's just a place where I can just be in it and enjoy and have a creative outlet inside of my planner. I was craving something like that. And then I also did buy another lined insert. I only have 3 in here right now. I'm going to see how that works out. And with those 3, I think it's pretty good. It's not too chunky, but it does have some feel to it. And I think it's pretty good. And it's definitely not too heavy. And as I start to use it, I've gotten stuff on here already. I'm getting things on my notebooks. It may be from lotion. I don't know. But anyway, I may end up using this. I'm not sure, but this will more than likely end up being in here once I get a ribbon, a band for that. So that is the new setup, the Paper Republic, and I am very excited. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even show you just the inside. You probably have had a chance to see it already, but for those of you who may be new or haven't seen the inside of the Paper Republic Grand Voyager. It does come with these 3 pockets here, and then another pocket here for papers, documents, and this is going to help too for if I have any receipts, things for the kids when it comes to school, or any type of important pieces of mail that may require some kind of action on my part or follow up. That would be great to put in here. I may do some decorative things. I'm not really sure how I want to use these pockets, but they are nicely done, well stitched. The stitching is just, it's beautiful and very nicely done. And then we have this other big pocket here, which is really nice, very spacey. And I like how it's easy to put documents in there. For example, like, you know, sometimes these are also very easy as well. You can easily get in and out. Sometimes in other planners, they have pockets. They're not as functional because you can barely get stuff in and it becomes a struggle. And if I have to struggle to put something in the pocket, more than likely I'm not going to use it, because I don't like having a fight with my planners. So I like that this pocket is very easy to work with. See, look how easy that just slides right in. Very easy. I love it. And it has these other pockets right here as well. These could be for business cards, credit cards, you name it. I like that they have different size pockets. So there's enough of variety in the size of pockets that you can really use it however you want. And that is the Paper Republic that I'm going to be using. I did purchase some additional bands because I wanted to add another notebook. So this planner comes with a blank insert and then you can put 2. But if you want to add more than 2 notebooks, you have to add another band. So I bought these more toned down, muted bands to add to them. And so that's what I'm using to hold this notebook, because I have 3 in here. And if I think I'm going to need a 4th one, and honestly, even if I had a 4th one, I'm not going to put it in there just yet, but even if I had a 4th one in there, it still holds up very nicely, very nicely. So the thing is that there's still some space. So these notebooks can definitely take on some additional stuff in here. And so I'm very excited about this new planner that I'm going to be using. And because it starts in June, I'm not in here yet. But what I more than likely will do is just begin planning on the line paper in here just to get in, because I don't want to wait until June, the end of June, to start working in here. So more than likely, I think I'm going to start next week working in this new Paper Republic planner, and I am very excited about it. So I hope that you enjoy just seeing this new beautiful A4 Paper Republic Grand Voyager that I have. This is in the rustic rose. If any of you are interested in this color, it is very, very beautiful. This to me looks like a color that can flex easily throughout the year, whether it's spring or summer or fall. It seems like a very classic, timeless color. And if you wanted to just make it different, change it up, you could easily get some bands. They have the more brighter colored bands where you can change it up, which was also nice. I like more of neutral tones, so this is what I went with. I didn't change the band. This is the band that came on the planner, but they have the other colors that you can get as well if you wanted to go for something more toned down, or if you want something that's brighter, they have some bands on the website as well. So this is my Paper Republic, and I'm excited about it. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to show you once I start working in it and start filling it out and giving it all the love and using it to show you how it's been going. But until then, you all live full and live faithful, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.